guys, Daggy with you for Show Us Your Tips midweek preview. We're just going to have a quick look through Rosehill this morning. Given that Sandown's kicking off at about 10:30, it's probably going to be too early for most people to get to even see this, so I didn't spend a lot of time on that. But we'll have a look with the late start at Rosehill for a midweek at least, get through this. Now a few of the summer commitments have ended. We will hopefully be back to Tuesday night midweek previews, which will make it much easier for everyone involved. But quickly, let's run through Rosehill. Quite a few scratchings which have affected a card which I was treating as on pace anyway, but with the pace coming out of some of these, sets up well for some of these leaders. Rail goes into the 6 on a soft track, and traditionally at these midweek meetings can become very much leaders' heaven. So we kick off with a 1200 metre maiden, and the race I'm not going to offer a great deal of opinion on. Waller's packed the truck up, bought a bunch of them here. We've got some of the other big stables involved. I struggled to split these. I did think McKenna did look short, coming off some decent form, but nearly a year off. Trials are okay. Nash jumps on $3 plus, I think is fair enough, and rightfully enough favourite. I'm going to spec one here at 20s in bright red. I thought the trials were really good this time in. Two very good Waller trials. We'll be back. We'll be probably last, to be honest, with Karen there, but might have some upside. And as a sneaky play, I'll have a small bet on that just to start the day. The second is a 1200 metre maiden as well, and another tricky one. I was looking at, I think it's two chances. I do have Invaders in on top, Nash and Waller. Liked the work going into that Canterbury resumption off the two trials there. It was a good resumption, had a bit to do. Hopefully with Nash on can stalk, can maybe find the 1-1. And if it does, will be very hard to beat. The main danger, as the market suggests, is New Forest, who leads off some very nice trials. The Sarah Ryan horses, they're always put in the race. They always run really well. Stable I like following, so I'm going to make it the main danger. We'll see how the market ends up. I might even flip them come race time, given it might find the lead. And I'd love to see Suspect now with Mitch Beard knock off some of these Waller runners just for my own amusement. $2 million horse that I think got resold for about $12 and a cup of coffee. Race 3 is the Yarran Park Handicap, 2,400 metres, benchmark 78. I've ended up sticking with Yarrawonga. I've saying the tick off for 2,400 metre lead up. We're at 1. Beat Suit of Armour, who'd be hard to beat again here. Tim Clark sticks, and gets complete control on the rail out. So I have to stick with it. I don't necessarily have a big opinion of it as a horse, but clearly on top for me. Johnny messaged me and declared Englishman during the week after going forward last start on a Saturday, dropping back to this race. And I've got to say, I don't think he's wrong. I think it is definitely the main danger. We're looking for one of mine in Monte Felicity, but just can't pick its legs up at Rosehill. So Yarrawonga going to be very hard to beat, and the Englishman clearly the main danger at the end of that. Race 4, we've got a 1,500 metre handicap. We've lost half the field here. And as a result, I'm going to put this international debutant on top, Cormac T. Nash is booked for Annabelle Neesham. I thought the trial was fantastic, jumped and led. If it does the same here, it's only got a camp off Limburg, who we saw get a lead on a Moonee Valley rail and fold up like a tent. So it's just not an opinion of a horse I have an opinion of. I think Cormac can camp on it, put the pressure on at the right time, and go straight past around a $4 mark, clearly on top. And not a lot else I want to talk about. The other ones of interest have all been scratched. Perhaps one for your black book is Little Genie, another one that's come over for a Waller from New Zealand. I thought the trials were good, wherever it ends up, maybe even a Saturday or somewhere else. Keep an eye out for it. Race 5 is a 1,500 metre benchmark, 72. I'm going to put Waikato Girl on top. We'll know the map pattern by now. It will be back as well, which leaves me a little bit concerned. But its best win, or its only win last start time in, was here. It was very strong. I thought the resumption was good, and it's going to run well here. So it's on top. Obviously, Merrimack-Buller coming off Canterbury, but was able to win well there. Gate 2 is going to be closer than it has been in the past. And Last Straw is going to lead and might be worth a spec by this stage. Of course, currently about $15. by this stage, everyone else will have jerried on and it'd be half that. So if it is leaders, it may well be the way to play the race. The 6 is an 1100 metre benchmark 72. We've lost one of the leaders in introducing. In fact, quite a bit of the pace out of this race, which has left me with Lovero on top. I like that resumption. Very soft win at Canterbury over the 1100 metres. It's going to push forward here. Much less pressure than previously and is now going to be very, very hard to beat. It's on top and I'm going to elevate it to my best of the day. Getting control of this. If not, it's going to be camping off Gold Revolver. So should have everything set up lovely on the rails and clearly the horse to beat. I'm going to finish the day with a 1400 metre benchmark 72. Again, lost quite a few that couldn't up on a Saturday out of this race. So I'm left with Soldier of Rome on top. Look, nice enough win. At Warwick Farm there, sets up better with that rail out and is just going to be right where it needs to be. See what price it is comes the last. Around $4 seems fair to me. I can see there being support for Queen of Dragons off some of that early season stuff last year. If I'm going to name a danger, perhaps something like Desire. Now it's broken through Camping Gate 2. I'm going to elevate to the main danger, though, to Soldier of Rome to finish the day. Well, a well-win look through there. I'm going to make my best. As I said, Lovero, race 6, number 4. I think Yarrawonga, race 3, number 1. Is going to be quite hard to beat. And a value, have I got one here? If we, Bright Red in the first, a tiny speck, just off the trials. It wouldn't be very much at all. And perhaps Waikato Girl, race 5, number 4, will make the value. If you do catch this before Sandown, I think race 1, number 4, Jam and Jimmy, give you a great sight there. But I didn't have a lot else to offer, given the time of day. I'll now spend the rest of the morning seeing how that card's going to pan out. As I said, we'll have classic midweeks back Tuesday nights, hopefully going forward. We're going to be back with the Beaver this Friday to get stuck into Very Elegant Stakes Day, plus a very good card from Melbourne. Look forward to all of that. Subscribe, support the new channel. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys.